All right, this is my 76 Chevy C20 pickup that project I'm going to be start working on here. Hopefully have it done in a couple weeks. But it's got about 200,000 miles on it. So the engine's pretty tired. I got a 305 sitting on the stand in here. Needs to be a few little things to button it up. But I'm going to be pulling the engine transmission out of this. Got a turbo 350. So I've already done a little bit, pressure washed it a couple times, trying to get as clean as I can. But it's been a good truck. I've had it, I think I bought it in, I don't know, mid 90s, and had just over 100,000 miles back then. So I put another 100,000 on it, just pulling trailers and hauling trash trailers and scrapping and whatever, towing Jeeps around to go four-wheeling. But I got a whole ton of junk I need to clean out of the back. But it's been a real good truck. I've done little things to it here and there. Interior, I put the headliner with all these trim panels on because it just had the metal roof when I first got it. Swapped it to power windows and power locks. Had the seat redone years ago, but it's a good truck, so I'm hoping to get it running and get it going again. Let me get the hood open. We'll show you the motor real quick. All right, so I had taken my hood springs off years ago, so I just use a little wood stick to prop the hood up. But as far as I know, this engine's never been out of this truck. I did do valve cover gaskets on it when I first bought it because they were leaking. And don't think I've ever even done a water pump. I did do the radiator. You can see I've already taken the shroud off, taken the fan off. It's just sitting there. Kind of just started breaking all the bolts loose on a lot of things: alternator, power steering pump, AC, compressor, little things here and there. And so one thing, I need to drain the antifreeze next. It's probably my next step. And then to drain the transmission fluid, I'm going to do a little trick I'll show you guys. Read about this in a book a while back. So you just disconnect the transmission lines going to the radiator. Not 100% sure which one's the return line, which one's which direction the fluid's flowing in. But so I just end up sticking a hose over both ends of the hose of the lines there, run them into a drain pan, start it up, and just let it sit there and idle, and the pump's gonna pump all the fluid out. And transmission's getting rebuilt anyways, but I don't really see what damage it could do, even if I did, run it. I mean, it's not. There's still going to be oil residue in there, lubricating everything, but it's not. I'm not going to let it sit and run for a long time either. And that's the way I had read about it. When you just doing a transmission service, you drop the pan, you put a filter. You can't get all the old fluid out. It's all the torque converter holds, I don't know, so many quarts, 8 quarts, 10 quarts, whatever. So you drop the pan, drain the fluid that comes out, put a new filter, put the pan back on, and then you disconnect your transmission lines like I was just talking about. Add about 6 quarts of tranny fluid, start it up, and just watch it pump the old fluid, because so the last place the fluid goes is through the torque converter. So you're just kind of purging all that old fluid out. And I've done it a couple times like that, and most people just say, like, well, you can just watch until you see the color of the fluid change from the old fluid to the bright red, and that way you're getting the new fluid through. But when I did it, I'll be honest, I really couldn't tell any difference in color. So I just ran it for a little while, shut it off, figured I got purged most of it out, hooked the lines back up, top it off, and there you go. So anyways, as I get working on this, I'll make some more little updates and let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching.